Well, hello, everyone. We're here at the ESDC studio with our Canada's first ever Chief Accessibility Officer. And today really is a historic day because I was able to table in Parliament the first ever report by you, Stephanie. But I want to take a moment just to thank you and your entire team for the work that you did.
Well, thank you. It is historic. Largely because I think if you asked a lot of Canadians, they would say, well, sure, our country is accessible. And they just aren't aware of the barriers that people face. So this first report is really a bit of a stage-setting report to let people know where we're at and how much work there is to do and how everybody can play a part in making sure that we reach that barrier-free Canada by 2040.
What are some of the recommendations that are coming out of your report?
Well, we really are at a starting point. But if we want to actually see progress and we want to make the change that's necessary by 2040, there are a number of things we really need to consider. First off, we really need to be training everybody about what is accessibility. And a lot of that includes and comes down to tackling unconscious bias. People don't mean to put up barriers, but they do. And they treat people with disabilities differently. So mandatory training is important. We also like to, as a society, think that accessibility is something you do if you have time and you have money. But accessibility isn't optional. So we really need to be moving toward everywhere mandatory budgets that are assigned specifically for this purpose so that it isn't an afterthought and it's not forgotten. We need more and better data. If we really want to measure the progress, are things working? Are the things we're doing the right things? And we'll only know that if we're capturing the data. Those are sort of three, I would say, of the biggest priorities. The last is that we've waited a long time for this. People with disabilities have waited a really long time for this. So we actually have to put the guideposts in place to make sure it happens, which means we need more regulations and we need them faster.
You've done tremendous work, particularly, taking this whole of government approach to look at where are some of those barriers. And let me just again say thank you to your team.